Hey, what's up? What's happening, baby? What's happening, family? What's happening? This is that boy. This is that boy, RickTitus. Yeah, talking about that exquisite podcast. Exquisite podcast. Listen, we're gonna go ahead and let some people climb on in. We're gonna let some people climb on in. Get your voice done. Your voice, your vision, your amplifier. Get that taken care of, family. Listen, we're gonna let some people catch up with us. Let some people catch up with us. If you're following me on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, share, like, and subscribe and comment. Share, like, and subscribe and comment for me, family. I appreciate everybody coming in on this podcast. This podcast is like, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. Think about it, guys. Subscribe, kick those doggone thumbs up, hit that doggone notification bell. Listen, I appreciate all of the donation. Donations are accepted. Listen, let me look in that donation box. We got Las Vegas in there today. California, Stanton, California, Greenville, Mississippi, the state of Mississippi, Knoxville, Tennessee, Chattanooga, Tennessee, Atlanta, Georgia, Boston, and Florence, South Carolina. I'd like to say thank you. I'd like to say thank you guys for the donation. Thank you for the donation. We definitely appreciate it. Listen, follow that boy RickTitus, talking about this doggone podcast. Listen, family. Listen. This is what I wanted to make sure that we understand. Make sure that what we understand. Listen, this podcast, this exquisite podcast, your voice, your vision amplified. Listen, family, we're gonna go ahead and get this thing here popping. We're gonna go ahead and get this thing here popping. Listen, if you want, I'm gonna get into the photographer. We got a professional photographer in the back office. I want you guys to book your events. Book your event. Book your event today. Book your event today. We had an excellent event Saturday and Sunday. If you got a birthday, you got anniversary, you got graduation parties, we got family pictures, all type of photographs that you can get done. Book your session today. Look in the description and click on that button in the description or in the box. We do passport pictures as well. So listen, family. Listen, family. Book your session. Book your event today. Book your event right now. Stop procrastinating. And book your events today. Now let's jump into this podcast. This exquisite podcast is powerful. It's powerful. Listen, you don't even have to be in the United States to do your podcast. You don't have to be in the studio here in Maryland. You do not have to be in the studio to do your podcast, family. You don't have to be here. So the name of the game is, all you got to do is have a cell phone, a laptop, a desktop, and high-speed internet. That's all you got to have. That's all you have to have to get your podcast, to get your ministry screaming. We do ministries as well too. We just did a ministry Sunday. So listen, some people are saying, well, listen, Rick, I don't know what I need to talk about in my podcast. I don't know what I need to say in my podcast. Listen, all you got to do is talk. All you got to do is talk. Let me go ahead and leave this with you guys. I want to do a shout out for my favorite artist. This lady invited us to do her security background when she was in Washington, D.C. Miss Angie Stone. She was a rider. I love that woman. She treated us like some kings when we escorted her, when we was doing her security when she had a show in Washington, D.C. All flowers go to you, Miss Angie Stone, and bless your family. That was a great woman. I had a personal contact with Miss Angie Stone. Miss Angie Stone, rest in peace, baby. We love you. Listen, I'm gonna do another shout out. Hey, that girl, your girl Natasha Carpenter. If you want that excellent tea, that excellent coffee, you need to see her on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, WBGR TV Network, YouTube. Hey, listen, if you want that excellent coffee and that excellent tea, go find that girl, Natasha Carpenter. And listen, guess what? Guess what, family? Tell her RickTitus sent you over there. Tell her RickTitus sent you. But listen, we're gonna go ahead and jump into this thing. We're gonna go ahead and jump into this thing, guys. We're gonna go ahead and jump into this thing, this podcast. If you want to talk about something, go to our Facebook group, Exquisite Podcast. Go to our Facebook group, Exquisite Podcast. You can talk about anything. You can talk about anything when you want to get your podcast done. Anything, anything. Religion, huh? Religion. You want to talk about politics? You want to talk about entertainment? You want to talk about sports? You want to talk about health and wellness? It's a whole lot of topics that you can talk about. It's a whole lot of topics you can talk about. Go in the description, look at my email box. Email me your first name, full name, telephone number, the name of your show, what time your show you would like to get started. And we can go ahead and get your podcast up and popping. Huh? We can go ahead and get that thing up and popping, family. Come and work with that boy. Work with that boy, RickTitus. Work with that boy, RickTitus. Do that boy, RickTitus, a favor. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. Now, also, we can scream ministry. We can scream pastors doing their shows. We can scream you guys, you ministries, you pastors. Most of you pastors have something to say. Most of you guys have a lot to say. Most of you guys have outstanding material, but nobody is singing you. Nobody is hearing you. Why not come to Exquisite Podcast and let us do the lifting for you? Let us do all of the hard work for you. Let us design your show. Let us build your markup, build your backdrops. Huh? Why don't you let us go ahead and do that, Pastor? Lift your shows up so people can see you, so people can hear you, so you can touch somebody, Pastor. All you got to do is go to Exquisite Podcast in the Facebook group and look at the videos that we're producing. I just put out all of our shows that I just produced with Exquisite Podcast. Yeah, man, come on and climb in with us. Come and climb on in with us. Listen, family, if you don't know what to say, I'm going to help you find the words to say. What I need for you to do, go to our email. The email is right in the box. In that box, go in that email and email your full name, email address, your phone numbers, your backdrop, your markup offer, the name of your show, and the time of your show. Come on, family. Work with that boy, RickTitus. Work with that boy, RickTitus. Listen, we coming out with some hats. We coming out with some hoodies. We coming out with some leggings. We coming out with some shorts. We are going to produce those type of services for you in the community. Yeah, family. This Exquisite Podcast is here. It's here. It's popping. I'm coming. That boy, hey, listen. Hey, listen, that boy, RickTitus is coming. He's coming. So get your podcast done. If you want people to hear you, you want people to see you, pastors, ministers, get your minutes screaming. Screaming is where it's out. This AI technology is going to take over. You might as well go ahead and get on in with your voice, your vision, your amplifier. Huh? You might as well go ahead and get in on this thing. Don't let the AI pass you by. Get your podcast popping. Let that boy RickTitus at Exquisite Podcast lift you up in the back office. Talk to me, family. Get that podcast done. Pastor, get that ministry done. And listen, this is that boy RickTitus. I'll see you on another video. And guess what? Who said it couldn't be done?